I'm Chris Schneider. Welcome to Lake TV's Classic Game of the Week. We go back to October 6, 2017 for this one. It was the annual gridiron grudge match between rivals Osage and Eldon. The Indians struggling a bit. They went into this one at 4-3. The Mustangs having a great season, 6-1. So would Eldon keep on rolling, or would Osage be able to pull off the upset over their rivals? We hope you enjoy our Lake TV Classic Game of the Week, the 2017 showdown between the Osage Indians and the Eldon Mustangs.
As we return to Victor Field, home of tonight's big Tri-County Conference matchup between the Osage Indians and Eldon Mustangs. Eldon set to kick off and Osage set to receive. Everyone, thanks for joining us on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by Dave Glendenning, and we are ready to play ball. Fielded out the 20-yard line by Josh McCubbin. He's across the 25. Now across the 30, he's got some room before stumbling across the 40-yard line. And Osage with exceptional field position to start this one. They'll take it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So out of the shotgun is Wheeler. Now empty backfield. Starts quick, looks for Riley, and Riley didn't get his head turned around quite in time, so incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10. Now back to the Eldon offensive line, man. Those numbers are staggering.
Those guys are a bunch of road graders, and we're going to see if Osage can hold the point of attack on the line. We'll see it when Eldon gets the ball.
So now an option. Wheeler's going to keep it. Now tries to get outside, and Trenton Dillon comes up from his cornerback position, and he nails Wheeler. Not before he gets about 4.5 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Osage Indians. Incredible crowd we've got. You wouldn't expect anything different for this game. So out of the shotgun now, Wheeler steps up in the pocket, looking for Gaines. Gaines goes up and makes the catch in between two Mustang defenders. He's got it down to the 34-yard line, and that's good for an Indian 1st down. And what a throw by quarterback Zach Wheeler, and Drake Gaines does the rest.
I liked how Gaines kind of, he pushed off just a little bit just to get that ball. Did what he had to do.
Yeah, Drake Gaines knows how to go get the football. That's illegal. You can't have two guys in motion at the same time. Nick Riley with the snap up the middle. He'll give him 3 before being tripped up close to the Eldon 30-yard line. Man, I'll tell you what, if you get Drake Gaines involved early and Wheeler starts getting comfortable, it could be a big night for that connection. Love watching Wheeler throw the football to Drake Gaines. So 2nd down and 7. The give is to Nick Riley. He cuts back across the set, taken down by Trenton Dillon. Has good yardage up to about the 26. We'll give him 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
I like the patience the runner showed on that.
Yeah, he waited for that to develop and picked his hole.
Kind of Le'Veon Bell-esque.
Yeah, I like this set. Osage kind of mixing up against the defense. Wheeler now rolls to his right, throws, looking for Gaines, and he shoots just a little too high, brings up 4th and 2, and in my guesstimation, an automatic situation. You're probably going to go for it here on 4th and 2. So 4th and 2 now. Eldon's defense, they're going to see if they can't come up big, and of course, if you're Osage, would be very, very sweet to take your opening possession length of the field and punch it in, and for them to do that, they need to convert. 4th and 2. Wheeler takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Magnuson, and Wheeler barrows forward. He's got an Osage 1st down up to the 23-yard line, and I really, really like the play call.
I do too. I was going to say it before it, but I don't want to jinx it, but I thought he should take it, quarterback sneak.
Yeah, a little read option, and I think Magnuson did a nice job drawing the defense. Very, very convincing. He had the football, and Wheeler knew where the 1st down marker was, and he just made sure he got to that point. Here's the give now. This could be a quarterback pass over to Wheeler. Wheeler now steps up. He's going to run. He looked like he wanted to pass. He's got good yardage all the way inside the 10. And Osage offense rolling the dice early and often, and they're going to have 1st and goal from inside the 10-yard line.
Pulling out the bag of tricks early on here, Will.
Yeah, Dave, I think it's probably a good thing that Wheeler did not throw that football, because I think that DePay's pass to him was actually forward. And so I don't have the great angle, but had he thrown the football, I think it very well could have been an illegal forward pass.
Well, Wheeler had a lot of daylight, too, to run.
Here's Magnuson now, and he rolls forward inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. So we'll give Magnuson 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and goal. Wheeler out of the shotgun. Look for DePay here in the slot. They're looking for Gaines and just overshoots him. Moretta on the coverage for the Mustangs brings up 3rd down and goal. So we're going to look for Magnuson. Ball's on the turf, recovered by Wheeler. And boy, I'll tell you what, one way to shoot yourself in the foot on 3rd down and goal, put the ball on the turf.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be going for it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Maybe even that could have been by design. No, just kidding. I know, obviously not, but give him a couple more yards. And now looking to the sideline, play clock inside of 20.
And Osage has a more than capable kicker, especially from this short distance.
Yeah, they're going to roll the dice. 4th and goal from the 6. Big play here early in the game. Out of the shotgun, Zach Wheeler, Austin Magnuson to his right. Wheeler throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. Looking for Ian Riley, or was he looking for Gaines? Regardless, it falls incomplete, and it was Drake Gaines he was looking for. So Eldon takes over on their own 6-yard line, and it's the Mustang defense as they come up big with a goal-to-go stop.
We'll see how the Osage defensive line can match up with these guys.
Inside give, and bottled up is Parsons on his first carry. He goes nowhere, maybe 1, if even that. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 after the gain of 0. So nice job of the Osage defense. And obviously you're going to see a lot of inside rushes. That is the recipe for success for Coach Jolly's Mustangs. Here's Moretta now. He's outside across the 20. Taken down about the 21-yard line. That's 14 yards and a Mustang 1st down.
Eldon's offensive line is way bigger than Blair Oaks from last week.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a wonderful offensive line, and you got their names. I want to keep talking about these 5 linemen. They are something else. This time it is Parsons with the carry, and he's got about 3 or 4 before being upended and taken down there. Gaines gets the stop for the Indians. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Whittle also in on the stop for the Indians. So positive yards and 1st down, and we are about 5 minutes into the game, and it has been a good one already. This is Moreta now. He's got some room. Nice saving tackle right there. Touchdown saving tackle by Drake Gaines. Otherwise, that one goes to the house.
That was a slick little run play.
If you watch them on film, I mean, that's one of their favorite plays to run. It's just really, really hard to find the ball because they could give it to either one of the running backs. And, of course, you've always got the quarterback option with Dawson Brandt. And here it is. Dawson Brandt keeps it outside. He's got some room across midfield. Look at him go inside the 40. Keeps his head down, and he's all the way down to the 36. That's good for 29 yards and a Mustang 1st down.
Got a lot of room to run there, Will.
That's why Eldon is so tough to beat. Time after time, they do the option, they do the read, they do the counter play, they do the handoff to one side, and then after your defense finally thinks you have a read on it, quarterback pulls it in, goes the other way. Nobody there as they're stacking the box, and Dawson Brandt, he has a good run to the tune of 29 yards. Ball's to the 36-yard line. Here's Parsons this time, and he makes the first guy miss. Then he's up to the 30-yard line. We're going to give him the 31, so chunks of yardage being picked up here for the Mustang ball carriers.
Yeah, Dalton DuPay almost had him back there, just missed him.
And that's one thing we talked about. First guy to the ball carrier, you're going to have to be able to get a tackle. Otherwise, you're going to see these Mustang runners just continue to pick up chunks and chunks of yardage. So Dawson Brandt now has not thrown a pass yet. Give to Parsons, and look at that offensive line just open up holes. Parsons inside the 20 down to the 19. We'll give him 12 yards and another Mustang 1st down.
Yeah, I noticed the offensive line is actually making to the 2nd level. They're getting their first block, going 5-10 yards down the field and hitting the next guy.
This offensive line is so overpowering. The reason you can't pass the football is because you'd have illegal men downfield every time.
And why pass when you don't need to?
Absolutely. So first down and 10 now. They've placed the ball at the 19-yard line. Brandt under center. The give is to Isaiah Moreta, cuts across, little spin move, and he's taken down by Magnuson, who holds on for dear life and limits Moreta to a 4-yard gain, going to bring up second down and 6. So 5:30 left in the opening period of play. We're still scoreless, but the marching Mustangs, they're on this drive. They started the 6-yard line, and they're already down to the 15-yard line of the Indians. Brandt, the inside give, that's to Parsons. And he's going to be taken down by Whittle, Magnuson, and McCubbin. And this is going to be the first time Eldon's faced a third down on this drive.
Yep. And it seems like they continue to stay in that same formation. One wide receiver out left, 2 backs, and one guy behind the tight end on the right side.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you get that push with the offensive front. And like I said, they hide the football so well, you never know who has the football until a couple seconds into the play. And at that point in time, you guys 3 to 5 yards downfield. And it's Brandt now keeping it. Nice cut inside, and he fights very close to first down yardage. I think they're going to spot him a couple inches shy. So nice job by Garrett Sutherland. But, man, he had him stop in the backfield, and Brandt kind of stepped to his right, got an additional yard, making it close to a first down. But like I said, I think he's going to be a couple inches short. That's going to bring up 4th and inches. And obviously, just give the ball to one of your halfbacks and watch him put his head down and get forward.
Ooh, tight. They get really tight package here.
And the give is to, it's actually a quarterback keeper. Dawson Brandt keeps it, and that offensive line just pushes the defense out of the way. Brandt falls forward. We give him 3 yards and a Mustang first down. What a luxury to have that. Anytime it's 4th and short, 3rd and short, you really just have to do that exact play. Who's going to be able to stop this offensive line?
It's a gimme. Man, I don't think anyone in the conference can stop that.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm wondering. I would have loved to see these, or I'd love to see these guys get another crack at Blair Oaks. I mean, this offensive line is, I mean, I know I've harped on it the entire game, but man. Whittle comes up, makes the stop. So second down and goal now from about the 6-yard line. We got 5 linebackers here. Look at this. It's Parsons, and he's going to walk into the end zone, very nearly untouched. And the Mustangs, they score first, and they're up 6-0 here as Parsons rumbles into the end zone. And on the season, that is already Parsons' 14th touchdown run. Now Brandt keeps it, try to get in. He's DePay now, has him, and he does avoid DePay, and then taken down by number 66, Gage Swafford. So the 2-point conversion no good with 2:55 left in the opening period of play. It's Eldon striking first. They lead Osage 6-0. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
I'm Chris Schneider. You're watching a Lake TV Classic Game of the Week from October 6, 2017. It's the annual rivalry game between 4-3 Osage and 6-1 Eldon. Let's get back to the action.
Welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of high school football. Tonight, of course, the Eldon Mustangs and Osage Indians. Eldon set to kick. That's a high end-over-end kick. Oh, boy. It's a great kick, and it goes out of bounds inside the 1. Had it just stayed inside the pylon. Oh, now they're going to be looking deep, looking for Drake Gaines, and he very nearly hauls on. You got to have a flag for pass interference. I can't believe you don't see a flag. Gaines was fighting the hands, had to reach up one-handed, very nearly made the circus catch, but where's the flag?
Isaiah Moreta had his left arm wrapped around his arm.
So nice defense if you're Eldon by Isaiah Moreta, gets away with one, and I don't want to be the guy that has to cover Drake Gaines one-on-one. Here's the give now to Nick Riley, and he has just a couple and going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Parsons also in on the stop for the Mustangs, so big 3rd down and 8. If you're Osage, you really can't afford to put that defense right back out there. So 3rd down and 8 now. Wheeler puts the payback in motion. He cuts back across the play, nothing doing. In on the stop for the Eldon Mustangs, number 52 and number 40. That's Tanner Myers and also Cole Walker combined, and they sandwich Dalton DePay. I think that Coach Johnson thinking, get a guy in motion, give him a head start, get him out in space, but the Eldon defense says no siree, and Osage forced to punt. Morena back. Wheeler gets that, and he is run into. You're going to definitely have a penalty. We're going to see if it's a roughing or if it's running into. Yes, it's roughing the kicker. It's going to be an automatic first down for the Indians, I would say. It was 4th and 8, so if it's running into, it's only a 5-yard penalty. We'll wait for the call. It's just going to be a running into the kicker, so it's a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the difference between the roughing the kicker, which is a 15-yard penalty, and then running into the kicker, which is a 5-yard penalty. However, with the 5 yards, Coach Johnson decides to send his offense back out onto the field. It's an empty backfield. Zach Wheeler in the backfield by himself at their own 41-yard line. Nick Riley, oh boy, Magnuson tries to go forward, nothing doing, and the Eldon defense with a big-time stop. They take over 1st and 10 on the Osage 41. Brant now they give to Morena. Cuts across, nice stop on the play. Trevor Ralston with the stop. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 now. And Eldon really just picking up chunks of yardage every time they run a play.
And they just keep that same formation. It's working for them. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
This time it's Parsons, and he's very close to a first down, and he has it. So we'll get a fresh set of downs here for the Mustangs, and they're going to just continue to pick up yardage in chunks.
Well, not only are they getting great blocking, but these running backs are carrying some of these Osage Indian defenders a couple yards down the field once they get touched.
Brant now, should be a block in the back over here. Nick Riley, first guy there, and they get him. And boy, they really getting physical down there.
They picked him up and slammed him to the ground.
And that's probably going to conclude our first quarter of play, and it will. So after one period of play, it's a good game, folks. The Eldon Mustangs out in front by a score of 6-0. Now faced with 2nd down and 8. And Austin Magnuson blows that play up in the backfield. He very nearly took the handoff from Dawson Brand. It's Isaiah Parsons who has the football, and a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Slamming him for a win. We got a false starter. It's going to actually be, I think that the offsides may have caused the false start. Brant now they give to Trenton Dillon, who comes across the set, and he's up close to first down yardage before being taken down by Drake Gaines. He is just short of the first down. So once again, it's 4th and inches, and once again, you're probably going to see this offensive front try and overpower the Osage defense. We'll wait and see what happens here, but on 4th and short, boy, that'd be quite an accomplishment if you can stop the Eldon Mustangs on 4th and inches.
And I always like to say they're probably going to bring in their jumbo package.
That's all Eldon has.
Oh, they got us. They got Osage offsides again, it looks like.
Yeah, and the hard count, Osage jumps automatic first down and brings up 1st down and 10 for the 15-yard line. And you talked about the costly penalties that Osage can't afford, and that's exactly what they have there. Dawson Brent now with the quarterback keeper, cuts back across the set, and he rumbles forward all the way down to about the 8-yard line. He has 7 yards on a play that was stopped in the backfield and then stopped 2 yards across the line of scrimmage, and he ends up picking up 7 yards on that. Brings up 2nd down and 4, and that is a very, very tough run. And Tell you what, not only are these backs really good runners, but this quarterback, Dawson Brandt, he can also run the football.
Yeah, he's shown that already.
Had the 29-yard run earlier, the first down run on 4th and inches. His hard count has worked a couple of times, and that time that was a very impressive run. Here's the give to Isaiah Moreta outside, and he's upended and taken down. In on the stop that time, Drake Gaines comes up and makes a wonderful stop. Actually, rather this time it's Ralston again, and Ralston's been on a few big-time stops so far. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Drake Gaines already 7 tackles in this game, and Ralston, he has 5 as Eldon with another first down as Parsons takes it down to about the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
And Magnuson on the tackle. So familiar territory for the Osage defense.
Indeed it is. They have it 1st and goal. The 2-yard line do the Eldon Mustangs. Joe and Christy from Jolly Rogers here. Big supporters of Mustang Athletics. And Isaiah Moreta into the end zone, and he regains that 2-touchdown advantage over Parsons. He's now got 17 on the season. These fans love their Mustangs, and they're out in full force tonight. Dawson Brandt, the pitch out to Trenton Dillon, and he is going to be stopped shy as Osage. Oh no, he's still on there. I spoke too soon, and he was eventually stopped shy, but that play took a while, and Trenton Dillon ended up taking quite the hit as he is drilled out of bounds. I don't know who it was, but that looked to be like Austin Magnuson. He's typically the guy that plays those bone-rattling hits. It's now 12-0, and they're set to kick off. Back to the Indians, who really need to sustain a drive here as Brandt kicks, fielded by Josh McCubbin inside his 20, and he's got some good yardage, and here he goes. Dawson Brandt, the kicker, takes him out, not until he gets the 44-yard line, and the Osage Indians' excellent starting field position here.
Almost broke that one.
I think it was McCubbin, number 85, fielded it. Boy, I've been impressed what I've seen from these up men for the Osage Indians this year. They all know what to do with the football in their hands. So Nick Riley now cuts back across. It's actually Magnuson, and the Eldon defense taking care of that. He has about 3, going to bring up 2nd down and 7. The pitch outside to Magnuson. Cuts back across, lowers his head. He has a couple. We'll give him 2, going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Look for Dalton DePay, who's covered by 1 man here, bottom of your screen. Play clock inside of 5 now. Wheeler just gets off the snap. Now rolls, throws across his body, was looking for Gaines, and doesn't hit him. So on 4th and 5, I believe the Indians probably going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, he had DuPay wide open on the comeback.
And they bring in their punt formation, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him fake it here. No, they will punt. Surprisingly, Wheeler punts, and Moreta fumbles it, and who has it? Oh, very fortunate are the Eldon Mustangs. That one goes out of bounds, so Eldon's going to maintain possession. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line, and that's where this drive is going to start for Coach Jolly's Mustangs. Boy, that was very nearly disastrous.
Yeah, that would have been huge for Osage. They would have got that turnover.
Here's Parsons, and he is going to be taken down by Whittle. No, still on his feet, but Osage swarms the football, and guess who ends up cleaning that one up? Austin Magnuson. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
And Ian Riley was in there, too, to help Magnuson.
So 2nd and 10 now. Dawson Brandt keeps it, tries to get outside, balls on the turf, and oh baby, it's picked up by the Indians at the 6-yard line. It's James Hutchcraft with the fumble recovery, and that is just what the doctor ordered if you're an Osage Indian fan.
Huge turn of events right here.
And that is a sack/strip for Garrett Sutherland. He came in with 3, 2nd on the team. Of course, McCubbin at 9. That's a big-time play in Hutchcraft. What have you done for me lately? How about a fumble recovery inside the 10-yard line?
I tell you, Sutherland can get off the edge better than anyone else on the Osage team.
No one was fooled as Sutherland, you said it, he gets off the edge so quick. Doesn't just get the sack, also able to cause the fumble, and the Osage Indians in business. They give to Magnuson. Oh, you got a flag. Yeah, so it's false start. That's why you blow it dead, because I was going to say that doesn't make any sense.
They were a little late on the whistle there.
A little late?
A little bit.
Got a pretty good crew here running football this year, don't we, Dave?
Yeah, it's a pretty tight team.
Incredibly wonderful group. Of course, leading the way, our man Andrew Evans in the truck. He's joined by Bill Conson, who's been a nice addition to this year's team. And here's Trey Whittle, and he's all the way to the house from 11 yards out, and the Osage Indians cut into the Mustang lead now. It's 12-6, and really, if you get past that front line of defense, nobody else there, because Eldon loves to stack the box, and just like that, folks, we have quite a ball game. If you get your extra point here, it's going to make it a 5-point game, and then, of course, the touchdown puts you in the lead, and I would believe it's going to be Colin Chilton who's really been the guy for Osage this year, and he converts. It was low, it was a knuckler, but it's good. So with 5:52 left in the first half of play, we've got a good one. It's Eldon 12, Osage 7. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
I'm Chris Schneider. You're watching a Lake TV Classic Game of the Week from October 6, 2017. It's the annual rivalry game between 4-3 Osage and 6-1 Eldon. Let's get back to the action.
And we are back here on Lake TV. William Holmes joined by Dave Glendenning here at beautiful Victor Field, and it has already been a monumental night for both the Eldon Mustangs and the Osage Indians. An incredible night for high school football, just an incredible night for the community of Eldon. Of course, Hunter Bushnell on site here watching the game, and here's a squib kick, and very wisely falling on it for the Mustangs. That's number 58. Of course, I don't see a 58. Maybe that's 59. Caleb Wood, the junior. But boy, that was a knuckler. Nails him and falls down. That could have been something else.
That's not exactly, I don't think, how Osage wanted that to turn out. You don't want to give this team field position. It's pretty key in this game. And if I were Osage's defense, I'd give Eldon a reason to throw the ball, some way, somehow.
Easier said than done.
I know.
Here's the give now to Parsons, and there they go. It's the Osage front now. The last couple Eldon series really starting to buckle down.
Gage Swafford was in on the tackle.
So 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain for Parsons. Look out for the quarterback rollout over here. It's actually going to, it's going to be Beretta hit first by Sutherland and then driven backwards. Of course, forward progress has him stopped for about a 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 6. It's quarterback Dawson Brand. He's got the first down and more. He will go from 48 yards out, and Eldon right back in front by 2 scores. That's a touchdown, and boy, you get past that line of defense, and he was off to the races with blockers to spare. That one good from 48 yards, and Eldon up now 18-7.
Making it look easy. By now they're on pace for their 6 rushing touchdowns per game.
Yeah, 3 here in the first half, and with 4:17 to go, don't count them out from having another one. And boy, I'll tell you what, just when it looked like the Indians might get a stop and get the ball back with time to score, it's Eldon ripping off a 48-yard touchdown run on the legs of quarterback Dawson Brandt. Brandt now, they give him red for the 2-point conversion, and he falls forward, and it's good. So for the first time tonight, Eldon able to convert. So after that drive, Eldon back in front by 2 scores. They lead the Osage Indians by a score of 20-7 with 4:17 left here in the opening half, as the Eldon Mustangs regain their 2-score advantage. That's an end-over-end kick fielded there, and once again, it's Sutherland. This time, Moreta says no siree as he pushes him out of bounds out about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. So out of the shotgun now is Zach Wheeler. He's got to pay. And oh boy, he just is not on his game tonight. Zach Wheeler, after that one, is just 1 of 8 so far tonight, and he had Dalton DePay wide open. If he hits him in stride, that's a touchdown. So 2nd down and 10 now. Inside give to Austin Magnuson, who cuts back across, tries to keep the legs churning, and finally taken down after about a gain of 3.5. 3rd down and 7. Out of the shotgun is Wheeler. Osage has to convert here.
Ooh.
Ball hits the turf. Wheeler now steps up, throws, and nice job by Wheeler to get a completion. That's going to bring up 4th down and 1 as he hits the pay for about a 6-yard gain, and that's going to allow the Indians to probably go for it here on 4th down and 1. They bring in a different package, and Wheeler going to come off the field. So I think you're going to see some kind of trickery, and I'm not sure this is the defense you want to try a jumbo package against.
No.
4th down and 1. Nick Riley has it. He's across the 45 up to about the 49-yard line, and that's good for an Indian 1st down.
And on that previous play, Wheeler showed great composure, when he dropped the ball and still keeping his head up and making that pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, partner. That ball hit the turf and looked like it was going to be a disastrous play on 3rd down and 7, but Wheeler somehow, some way able, as you said, keep his composure and find DePay for a 6-yard gain, and of course the ensuing play was the 1st down. Wheeler now, he has Nick Riley who's got some room. Look at him go across the 40, across the 30, inside the 20, all the way down to the 12-yard line, and that's a big-time gainer. We're going to give him 39 yards and an Osage 1st down.
And tackle made by Austin Pipes for the Eldon Mustangs.
They spotted the 13, so 38 yards on the carry, but what a run right there.
I would say a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, indeed. Big-time gainer of Magnuson now. He cuts back across. Nice little spin move. Still on his feet. And that's about the toughest 1-yard run you'll ever see. I always like to talk to him because I just admire him as an athlete, but he is kind of intimidating. I'm always afraid one of these times he's going to say, Will, leave me alone. Wheeler now under pressure. In the flat, finds DePay, and Dalton DePay into the end zone. And I will tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that drive right there by Zach Wheeler after missing Dalton DePay was all poise, all composure, and that was absolutely incredible because he keeps his team in the ball game, and it's 20-13 now with 1:35 left in the 1st half.
And I think Wheeler showed on that drive his experience. He's had a lot of experience playing quarterback for the Indians.
Absolutely. Now, Shelton then to attempt the extra point. Wheeler the hold. The kick is up, and it is blocked. So with 1:35 left in the 1st half, it's the Osage Indians staying in the ball game. They trail Eldon by a score of 20-13. I'd like to see the Indians here with a little dribbler. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Have Drake Gaines kick one right down the middle real soft.
They tried it. Well,
no, it's a little, like a little squib, like 5 to 10 yards down the field. And oh my goodness, Isaiah Moreta. And then helps him up. That's an incredible block. I don't know who that was. The Drew Ellie that he waylaid, and then nice job by Moreta to help up Ellie. So 1st down and 10 now for the Mustangs. They have it at their own 27-yard line. We'll see what they don't do on this drive. Here's the give to Isaiah Moreta, who tries to make a guy miss. He does now.
Oh, no.
And look at him go. He may go. It's going to be a foot race inside the 30, inside the 10, and he will score from 73 yards out. Just like that, the Mustangs regain their 2-score advantage.
Who needs to pass the ball?
I mean, 1:28 left. You got 3 timeouts. You think you might pass the football, but you said it, partner. Why would you? Running game like this, give it to a young man who already has over 1,000 yards coming into this game with 15 touchdowns. That's his 2nd of the night and 17th of the season.
4 rushing touchdowns already here in the 1st half. Unbelievable.
Yeah. If you're Osage, you have to find a way to get a stop. They've yet to figure out this Eldon front. So Brandt now, he keeps it outside and he walks into the end zone. So for the 2nd consecutive drive, Eldon converts the 2-point conversion with 1:14 left in the 1st half. Osage, they've got 2 timeouts and 1:14 left. You know they've got a score in mind. So this one fielded by Baker. He's got it across the 30 and going to be stopped at about the 35-yard line. And we'll see if Wheeler can't lead these Indians to a score before the half.
They're capable of the long play. We've seen it time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, it really, with single coverage on guys like Dalton DePay and Drake Gaines, the opportunity is there. The line just going to have to buy their quarterback enough time that he can throw the football down the field.
I would take my chances with Gaines, certainly.
Wheeler, oh man, he had to pay wide open, and that one's intercepted by Isaiah Moreta. He was looking for Drake Gaines, was Wheeler, and it's Moreta with another big play right after his 73-yard touchdown. He gets the interception, and don't look now, folks, but Eldon, they have all 3 timeouts, and over a minute left, they're going to try to score again.
There was a lot of contact on that route, but I think it was between both players at the same time. Good no call by the referees.
Yeah, we've seen some contact on Drake Gaines from the Eldon defenders. Of course, there's Mike Clayton with Mix 92.7. Of course, the Mike and Stacy show in the morning. So after the 3-yard gain, Eldon going to call a timeout. They've got 2nd down and 7, 50 seconds left, and they've got it at their own 49-yard line. So really, if you're Osage, it's going to be considered a victory if you can keep Eldon from scoring again, because they're going to get the ball to start the second half. And if you allow them to score and extend that lead to 3 scores, it doesn't look good for the Indians. But if you can get a stop, I think you keep yourself very alive in this ball game. Here's the give now to Moreta once again, who cuts back across the set and then taken down by James Hutchcraft, and Drake Gaines comes in and cleans that up. So 3rd down and inches now as the clock continues to run. Eldon trying to hurry. That's something we haven't seen. And oh, baby, Garrett Sutherland, it's a fumble.
No
Picked
way.
up by none other than Austin Magnuson, and he goes all the way to the house for a score. We do have a flag on the play. I think they're going to get a horse collar on Sutherland. Boy, that would be a tragic break.
Yeah, they didn't even call a touchdown. It's got to be against the Indians.
It's going to be a personal foul, and they call a horse collar tackle on Garrett Sutherland. Austin Magnuson picks up the fumble. He goes 41 yards to the house for a touchdown, but all for none as it's called back on a horse collar.
Man, that would have been huge for the Indians.
Yeah, and you knew, I mean, the referees didn't seem like they were really in a hurry to run down and call the touchdown. So that's a personal foul and works out in Eldon's favor, because on 3rd and inches, they were going to stop Eldon way back behind the line of scrimmage and probably get the football back. Instead, the personal foul on the Mustangs, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. If you're Eldon, you may be forced to try to pass the football. 19.5 seconds left here in the first half.
Whoa.
Dawson Brandt throws it, and had he turned around, that being Ralston, he's going to have an interception. But Trenton Dillon gets behind him in the secondary, and Ralston just doing everything he can do to get back into the play, and it hits him in the back. So that falls harmlessly to the turf, brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. And you scoffed at me when I said might have to pass the football. How dare you?
I was very shocked when I saw him, cranking back, getting ready to toss it down the field.
Not as shocked as I was to hear you scoff at me.
You should be used to it by now.
I'm getting there. 2nd down and 10. They give to Moreta, who has some room. He's outside, rolls forward, and has about 5 yards. And Eldon going to burn their 2nd timeout. 3rd and 6 at the Osage 31. And they are going to run the football. It's Moreta outside. Gooey slips. And a timeout call with 0.8 seconds left.
Boy, Keenan Webb for Eldon got away with a hold. Oh, my goodness.
So here's your last play of the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, 0.8 seconds left. So Brandt under center. Steps back, Throws it, overshoots his man, falls incomplete, and that's going to conclude our first half of play. It's the Mustangs out in front of the Osage Indians by a score of 28-13.
I'm Chris Schneider. You're watching a Lake TV Classic Game of the Week from October 6, 2017. It's the annual rivalry game between 4-3 Osage and 6-1 Eldon. Let's get back to the action.
We are about to start our second half of play, and Eldon, as we said, going to start with the football. And Dave, it is very, very crucial that the Osage defense comes up with a stop. And to be honest, if I'm Coach Devin Johnson, I may try a little squib right here in the middle of the field. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Why not try a little pooch, land it right between number 59 and number 51.
There they go.
There it is. Yeah, that's too far down the field.
It was close, though.
Too far down the field. I'm talking about the center of the field. Right. There is nobody right there. Just a little dribbler, hit it about 4 or 5 yards off the tee, and just everybody goes after the football. First down give to Parsons up the middle, and a few Indians there, including Austin Magnuson.
And Hutch was in on that tackle as well.
Here's the second down give, and it's Moreta, and he's taken down. Shy of a first down. It looked like he was going to have some big time room before being stopped, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
And Hutchcraft came in there, made sure he didn't get any more yards at the initial tackle. And the Osage has not shown that they can stop him on any short yardage
situations, right?
Absolutely.
Partner. We'll see if they can't change that now. 3rd and short, the inside give to Parsons, puts his head down and rumbles forward for about 5 yards, and that is a Mustang first down. Man, I'll tell you what, this is an amazing crowd for this game, but what's most impressive is the student section. They are loud, they are active, and they seem to be very knowledgeable about football. Now here's Metz now with the carry. First carry for him on the evening, and he has 4, maybe 5 yards. Now one thing that's different about Eldon is they don't have bleachers across the field on the far sideline, so everybody forced to sit on one side. Here's Dawson Brandt, the quarterback, who gets outside, and he is tackled from behind. Guess who? Your man, Austin Magnuson, but not before Dawson Brandt has 12 yards and a first down.
And as far as the rivalry game goes, it's been a pretty clean game.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some hard hits that we've seen, of course. But, yeah, not a lot of extra chippiness after the plays. And, you know, I don't know if it has anything to do with everything that's taken place here in this community, but it does seem like, as you said, it has been a fairly clean game as far as once the whistle blows, everyone pretty kosher. So first down and 10, it's Metz once again. Lowers his head and taken down. Ooh, it's a tough tackle underneath. That's Austin Magnuson. Once again, he limits Metz to a 2-yard gain. But of course, Shannon Jolly, no stranger to smart play calling. Now look at Dawson Brandt with some really nice footwork. Makes a couple of guys miss, shows some patience, and ends up having another Eldon first down up to the 35-yard line. We'll give him 8 yards and a fresh set of downs. Up the middle to the ball carrier. He has 3, maybe 4 yards, and that's just such a common trend for the Mustangs on first down, getting 4 to 7 yards every time, and it really just limits what the defense can do. I mean, if you can get them in a 2nd and 10, 3rd and 9, things like that, you're able to get your defense off the field, but Eldon is just relentless.
It's got to be demoralizing for a defense just to be you know, chunks of yards after chunks of yards.
Moreta now with the carry.
Just the blocking is so fantastic on these plays. It's just very impressive.
20-yard line, good for 10 yards, another first down, and these methodical drives, partner, eat off a lot of time off the clock, and even more importantly, wears down this defense, and it's going to have to be Osage getting a play from one of their playmakers. Parsons now, and stays on his feet. Tragan Whittle, first guy there, and finally taken down as Parsons, but not before he has 8 yards. Right now inside the 10. Another first down, and it's going to be first down and 10 for Merida. So first down and goal from the 8. Dawson Brandt, the give to Parsons, who cuts inside. Drags a couple of Indian defenders down to about the 4-yard line. So second down and goal from the 4-yard line. Brandt under center. He's going to keep it himself, getting outside, and he will for the score. And Eldon now extending their lead. It's 34-13 with 6:19 left in the third quarter. Yeah, Brandt, that's already his second of the night. He's been very, very tough. That drive, 13 plays, 5 first downs, covering 71 yards in 5 minutes, 21 seconds. And boy, if you wanted to script a start to the second half for the Eldon Mustangs, that was it.
Ball control offense. I mean, keep the ball out of Osage's hands.
Parsons for the 2-point conversion, and he gets it in. So Eldon, they lead 36-13 with 6:19 left and the third quarter of play. Boy, I'll tell you what, Osage still a lot of time left, and of course, anything can happen, but Eldon has been very impressive so far. That one fielded by Josh McCubbin at about the 22-yard line, who cuts across, upended and taken down there at about the 38-yard line. So Osage, pretty good starting field position. We'll see if they can't capitalize. So with 6:11 left in the third quarter, it's the Indians with the football at their own 38, and they're going to have to get to work here. Wheeler out of the shotgun, steps up on the comeback route. He has gains. 2nd and 3 now after the 7-yard gain, and Osage, the hurry-up offense, I imagine we'll see that the rest of the way. Wheeler once again out of the shotgun. Looking deep, he's got Dalton DePay, and DePay stopped running the route. Comes inside, and if he keeps running, that's a touchdown.
He usually comes up with that.
3rd and 3, the inside give goes to Tragan Whittle, and I just don't understand that call. You're not moving the football on the ground. It's 3rd and 3. Decide to hand it off. Now you're pushed back to a 4th and 5, 4th and 6. I don't understand that call.
And they're opting not to go for it, it appears.
It's a situation you have to throw the football. When have we seen them have any success running the football tonight?
That, and they have not been able to stop Eldon at all tonight.
And they are going to punt, so Wheeler gets that one away. It's a good one. Takes an Osage bounce and goes out about the 17-yard line. So that is a 40-yard punt officially by Zach Wheeler, and Eldon takes back over on downs. So 1st and 10 now, 4:49 left, and Osage jumps, causing the false start. So, and actually they call an illegal procedure against the Mustangs.
A rare mistake by the Mustangs.
And that is the first offensive penalty called tonight for the Eldon Mustangs. We've seen a couple of holds and a couple of blocks in the back not called, and I think that's a questionable one on the false start call. But if you're Osage, you certainly take it where you can get it right now.
Well, those referees have a little bit better look than what we do up here.
Yeah, my eyes
and
are
they haven't missed any calls tonight either.
Dawson Brandt now outside, gets back to the initial line of scrimmage. There's a little bit of chippiness we haven't seen so far. He adds about 6 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 9 now. How about Austin Magnuson with a forced fumble? Or one of these Osage playmakers has to do something.
I honestly
for
think they need to start trying to strip the ball at this point.
There we go, up the middle. Nothing doing, and the Osage defenders throw ball carrier down after about a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now. This would be a good time for the Osage defense to go with a stop. And if you're Eldon, just want to try to convert here, continue to burn more time off the clock. And it's going to be Brandt with the keeper. Gets outside, he falls forward. He's got first down yardage as he reaches out with the football up to the 26-yard line, and he gets just enough for the first down. Defense getting a lot of credit, but you've got to give some credit to your signal caller. He has looked good all season long, coming up with big plays. Here's Isaiah Moreta now, and he's going to be taken down. Ian Riley in on the stop. Also, Trevor Ralston once again with the stop. So 2nd down and 4 now. Jordan Metz, the ball carrier, trying to get outside. Nice stiff arm he gives, and then he's taken down by James Hutchcraft, but not until he's across the 45, up to the 47-yard line, and Metz has 15 yards and another Mustang first down. And here's Parsons now, and he's tripped up from Hutchcraft, but he has 12 yards, does Isaiah Parsons, and another Mustang first down. So on first down, a very modest gain for Merida. So on the evening, starting linebacker for the Osage Indians, Austin Magnuson, he's 15 tackles, one of those for a loss, and he had a fumble recovery return for a touchdown that was called back, of course, because of the horse collar. So a good game for him. So with 1:30 left in the third period, the Eldon Mustangs in control of this one. They have a 3-score lead and the football. 3rd and 4. Brandt, inside give to Jordan Metz. He falls forward. He's got another first down. We're going to give him 5 yards. And these Eldon ball carriers so aware of where they need to get. We'll follow Osage and Eldon as far as they go this year. Here's the give. It's Isaiah Moretta. Now he's up front, and he's going to be taken down from behind from Ian Riley and what appeared to be another horse collar.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
The give is to Parsons, and he's going to be taken down from Whittle, and also in on the stop, Hutchcraft once again. About 4 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 6, and that's probably going to conclude our third quarter of play. So we'll dry off the football here at Victor Field. We'll switch ends, and we'll come back for the fourth quarter of play. After 3, Eldon Mustangs in control of this one. They lead the Osage Indians 36-13. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
I'm Chris Schneider. You're watching a Lake TV Classic Game of the Week from October 6, 2017. It's the annual rivalry game between 4-3 Osage and 6-1 Eldon. Let's get back to the action.
2nd down and 7. The give is to Parsons. Gets outside and he's taken down by Hutchcraft and Whittle. Very close to first down yardage.
Not even the rain can slow down the Eldon Mustangs.
So 3rd down and 1. The give is to Jordan Metz up the middle. He falls forward and into the end zone for the touchdown. The Mustangs score again, and they now lead by a score of 42-13.
Well, they're above their season average for rushing touchdowns already.
They are indeed, and they extend their lead now to 29 points over these Osage Indians. And I guarantee you the Indians going to probably score a couple more times at least in this ball game, because they're going to get going here in a hurry. Down by 4 scores as we're into the fourth quarter, but it's not over yet. Osage can score, and they can score in a hurry. First step, if you're the Osage Indians, preventing the Mustangs from converting on this 2-point conversion. Zachary, get back in the booth. And it's thrown and incomplete as pressure put on him. So Osage prevents Eldon from converting on the 2-point conversion, and we are back just in time to see this kickoff as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Osage has it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard. Look at Eldon. Look at these guys. They're tenacious. All of them going after the football, even though it's out of bounds. Those engines never stop for these Eldon Mustangs. Support this First Football family. Check out Ross Reinhardt with Keller Williams, your one-stop shop. A deep bomb. Oh, there's going to be an interference call. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, that is seriously pitiful. I don't care if it's 100-0. DePace stops to come back to the football, gets run into from the defender, and there's no flag called. That is bad.
I think they forgot where their flags are, Will. They haven't thrown them at all tonight.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
I don't care what the score is. That's a 30-yard penalty they don't call. That's bad. Wheeler now steps back across, looks for Drake Gaines, who comes back and incomplete, but frustrated. You got to call that. So under center now, Zach Wheeler. Audibles now out of the shotgun. 3rd and 10. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. Oh, that's in and out of the hands of Garrett Sutherland, and I think the rain's starting to show some effects here as that one in and out of the hands of Sutherland. And Eldon certainly outplaying Osage tonight, but that is frustrating. Oh,
man.
Not gonna help matters.
Wow.
That goes out of bounds inside the 30. They're gonna say right at the 30. I think I was being rather generous.
I think Wheeler's just frustrated at this point.
Yeah, you got to continue to play, though. That with the rain coming down obviously could have had some effects, but Eldon now 1st and 10. We might see some new guys in there, so be ready to find new numbers, new names. Dawson Brandt remains in at quarterback, and Eldon still has their starters in for the time being. The give now to Parsons, who lowers his head, and he keeps the legs churning. Well, I'll tell you what, this has got to be the hardest playing team. You'll see, Eldon just really, really looks good.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like to have another crack at Blair Oaks.
So another first down on the legs of Jordan Metz. 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. The give to Isaiah Moreta. He's got some daylight. He's outside, still on his feet. Falls inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. We're going to give him 14 yards, and it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Mustangs. They have scored 247 points in conference game. The next closest is Osage with 194. Both teams have allowed the same amount of points, but it's Eldon. They are putting up big, big numbers. Metz up the middle. He's into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Jordan Metz having a good one. 9:36 left, and it's now 48-13. And for the first time tonight, we're going to see the Eldon Mustangs attempt an extra point. It'll be Dawson Brandt who will try it. The hold is down, the kick is up, and boy, that looked pretty easy. Don't look now, Tampa Bay may be giving him a call. So 9:36 left in the 4th quarter of play. It's Eldon all over the Osage Indians. So set to kick now are the Mustangs. Like to see Osage continue to fight. That one fielded, and that rain doing all kinds of damage now. Drake Gaines taken down at his 7-yard line. Isaiah Moreta all over that, and Zach Wheeler now going to have to show what he's capable of. Your team's down 36. It's time to come out and fight. So 9 minutes to go. The Osage Indians, just their night continues to go south.
Whew, I tell you what, this one's going to sting a bit. Eldon's going to have bragging rights for the next year.
Wheeler, the quarterback keeper. So 2nd down and 6 now.
So we got a new runner for the Indians, Hunter Neiman. I believe that's his first carry of the evening.
3rd down and 3 now. Wheeler fakes the handoff to nobody, keeps his head down. He's got the first down across the 20. But boy, he went to hand off. There's nobody there. I think it was supposed to be a fake handoff, but somebody had the wrong play.
I'm assuming.
Very cool. Another read option here as quarterback Zach Wheeler lowers his head, and he's across the 35 up to about the 36-yard line. So we'll give him 16 yards, and that's another Indian first down. What was the audible call that became so famous from Peyton Manning?
Omaha. Omaha.
Looking deep for Dalton DePay, who hauls it in across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And that's good for 32 yards, and that is the first time that Wheeler has connected deep with one of his receivers. Of course, Gaines had the big catch early in the game.
Her dad was yelling.
I can only imagine how great that was for Emma to experience.
I believe her
looking deep now is looking for DePay, who tries to come back, and you got to call a flag. That's the first time that guy's thrown a flag, and he should have done it about 16 other times so far as tonight.
No, that's if he didn't throw that one well.
I would have left the booth. I'd have got him.
We would have.
Ross and I were going to get him. I just want to see it called fair. Yeah, that's all I want. True. When you have blatant pass interferences, I don't care who it's on. You just got to throw the flag, don't we?
Definitely.
Here's Magnuson now at the carry.
And
He's
I'll have
got about
to
3 or 4. Close friend, you just are better because of that man. Now Wheeler rolls out, looks into the flat, looks for gains, and overshoots him. So brings up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Osage looks like they're ready to hit the bus. They really do.
Yeah, it's 49-13. This is their largest margin of defeat thus far. They lost last week by 26, down 36 in this one. So unless they score a couple times in a hurry, this will be their biggest blowout loss of the year, which you wouldn't expect, seeing they played Blair Oaks. Also played a very tough Seneca team. Now they're going to give them a dry football. I think someone from the Osage sideline probably barking, give us a dry football.
Yeah, well, on paper, Blair Oaks, second-ranked team.
In the entire state of Missouri
Yeah.
for Class 3.
And Osage gave them a heck of a fight last week.
High snap, nice job by Wheeler to pull that down, and he's thrown down backwards on the play. That's number 8, Austin Pipes. Actually, Trent Bishop in on the stop. So 4th and 9 now. Yeah, Ross says let's throw a fade to the pay. He's top of your screen. Single coverage, I don't see why not. 3:04 left in the game, and now Coach Devin Johnson gonna burn a timeout. I like that with 3 minutes left in the game. Back here on Lake TV, and that's gonna be intercepted, and he's got some room. I think that's Dawson Brandt. Wheeler's gonna try to get him.
Oh, come on.
He cuts across, and
There we
Wheeler
go.
has him.
Oh,
And it's
fumble.
a fumble. Picked up by Eldon, and then who's got it? Eldon still has it.
Wow.
That was a rough tackle Zach Wheeler made. The interception was made by Logan Hall, the sophomore, and that was a horse collar tackle by quarterback Zach Wheeler on Logan Hall. Hall looks like he's shaken up. Wheeler's definitely shaken up. And Eldon with the football, 2:22 left, and obviously the game was over, but that just adds insult to injury. 2:22 left, 36-point game. Colin Tam now going to check in for the Mustangs at quarterback. He's a sophomore, and he will be the starting quarterback next year for this Mustang team, and this could be some valuable time for him. Under center, they give to Jordan Metz, who cuts across. Nifty little move, and he's swung forward for another couple of yards. He has 11, and another first down for Eldon. They continue to look hard to stop. And this is now some of their second-string guys in there.
I have to tell you, Will, that last play after the interception at the end of the play, it pretty much resembled Australian rules football. Looked like there was a group of Eldon guys, one guy in the middle, and they were just going down the field.
So with a minute 30 left, Eldon 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. As you can see, they're well out in front in this game. Tam takes the snap, gives it to, once again, Metz makes the first guy miss. He has a couple of yards up to about the 11, going to bring up 2nd down and 8. So inside a minute to play, 45 seconds left, 2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line. Colin Tam with a victory formation takes the knee. He'll do that one more time, and everyone shaking hands. These guys really, really played a nice game tonight. The Eldon Mustangs, of course, you got to admire the sportsmanship on both sides of the rivalry, and actually that's going to do it, folks. No more snaps are necessary. So the final tonight from Eldon, Missouri, it's the Eldon Mustangs improving to 7-1, clinching the 2nd seed in the Tri-County Conference. And the Osage Indians, they fall to 4 and 8. I think we might see a group prayer here. We'll remain right here to show this. Just an absolute beautiful moment. Just continuing to prove it's much bigger than just a game, folks. Just a special moment, folks. Incredible. Everyone raises their helmet, both maroon, both gold. It might be different districts, different mascots, but it's one family here in the Tri-County Conference. From man Dave Glendenning, I'm William Holtz. On behalf of Lake TV, it was an absolute honor to be part of this very special night in Eldon, Missouri. Until next time, we bid you a good night.
A big win for the Mustangs, just one of many that great 2017 season in Eldon. The Mustangs went on to win 11 of their first 12 games, including 3 straight in the playoffs to win the district championship. The Mustangs would lose in the sectional championship to a Mount Vernon team that went on to play for the state championship. The Indians would finish 5-5. I'm Chris Schneider. Thank you for joining us for this Lake TV Classic Game of the Week. Be sure to join us again next time.